Welcome back. There's yet another surge of illegal aliens crossing our southern border. I recently spoke with Jessica Vaughan of the Center for Immigration Studies, and I asked how the Border Patrol can do its job with this administration continuing to offer what can only be perceived as an open door to these illegals.
They can't. They're not allowed to. They're told to stand down from the border itself and move in some places. They're 60 miles in the interior of the country. This is one reason why the agencies of the Department of Homeland Security, including the Border Patrol and ICE and Citizenship and Immigration Services and CBP, they have the lowest morale of practically any other federal agency. And it's not because, they don't like wearing a green uniform. It's because they don't like seeing this happen and being told to release people into the country who are going to be a huge problem either for public safety or fiscal costs for the communities where they end up, schooling costs, and so on. They're not allowed to do their job. That's why they joined these agencies, and that's what they want to be able to do. But that's, the Obama administration is deliberately undermining their efforts. They go to work and risk their lives every day with some of the people who are coming across smuggling people and drugs. And, this is a real slap in the face to them to be told.
Well, here's another slap in the face. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we only have about a minute left, and it comes from Washington. It's not only the Obama administration. My former colleagues in Congress appear to be poised to perhaps elect Paul Ryan as the next speaker. Paul Ryan's been out with Luis Gutierrez promoting amnesty, for crying out loud. Will it get worse if congressional Republicans say, we'll go with open borders, Paul Ryan?
I think there is a risk that it would get worse. Maybe not this year, but in the next session of Congress, depending on what happens. I mean, Paul Ryan is extremely committed to amnesty and more immigration and, relaxing immigration enforcement. And this is, he makes Boehner look like a pushover, and even Kevin McCarthy. This guy has worked for this. We saw, in a PBS documentary that was shown, millions of people saw him negotiating with Luis Gutierrez, the other chief cheerleader for amnesty. And I think there's a real concern about what he may try to do in his role as speaker.
Our thanks to Jessica Vaughan. Of course, I shared my concerns with you last night, why Paul Ryan should not become speaker. At least that's the way I see it. Now, the way you see it via social media. First, we hear from Wolfgang, who comments on an interview last night with Rihanna, an Iraqi Christian helping to raise awareness of the plight of Middle Eastern Christians. He writes, JD, this administration does nothing as the world's oldest group of Christians is being exterminated, and their only regional solace is the Russians. What is the Vatican doing about this Holocaust? Well, they remain mute about the slaughter of their Christian brethren. Well, the Pope has said a couple of things about it, but it's something we all need to work against. Next, Connie writes in about the GOP presidential campaign and things tightening up between Donald Trump and Dr. Ben Carson. Connie writes, I like Ben Carson. He's sincere and truthful. But let's face it, if she, meaning Hillary, is the Dems' choice over Bernie Sanders, Carson can't and won't play dirty against the professionals. It'll take Trump. He can do it. He's made for this, and we'll see him at his best. We'll be looking for you tomorrow night. Stay brave, stay free, stay tuned.